Listen, man, the manipulance has returned.
Oh, is that word?
All right. Come on in there. Yeah, but it sounds so good.
It's Joe Fabulous.
Really stupid.
Well, I mean, that's all right, though, Nugget. Really is, man. I mean, I probably do. You know, and if I did, you know, I mean, I would hate to have somebody, you know, look down at somebody because they have a physical impairment or ailment. That'd be terrible. That would suggest that possibly that person that was doing that would have some personal issues in their life. That if they could expound about somebody else's shortcomings, it will not give light to their own. And I would hope that nobody would suffer from that.
Turn your mic gain down, Darren. We don't want to hear you gasping for...
I don't do that.
The radio off when he does that.
Oh, really? Hold on. Hold on a minute, man. Hold on 1 minute. I'm looking. What can I get?
You know that? You're a gross pig.
How about if I was to just lick my fingers, man? Yesterday I was eating them. Yesterday, now mind you, I want you to think about this, Joe. Yesterday I was eating those there fake Doritos. I'm gonna lick my finger.
No shower, I take it.
Listen, I didn't even wash my hands since then.
Oh, yeah.
Just don't pick your nose before you lick your fingers.
Now, I've done that many times. I am a booger-picking fellow, man. Let me tell you what. I can't help it. Now, anybody will tell you. You know, listen, I have a new name for boogers, and they're called fluggers. You know what a flugger is?
How often do you take a shower?
A flugger is a flying booger.
In a car, I just look at them and pick my nose.
How often do you take a shower, Darren?
That's none of your business.
Oh, he must want to be figuring it out. I bet you it excites him to know that whether I'm a clean guy or a disgusting guy.
Oh, I know.
Joe, I don't want to add to your infirmity.
No doubt about that. You are an absolute pig.
Wow.
You're a disgusting
Wow. You know, I figured it out, man. He has got a man crush on me. And I need to help you with that, Joe. I will be here like you will be with me, and like you have been for me, man. And you've done some really blessed things in my life. And Joe, it is time for me to return the favor. I'm gonna see what I can do for you. What would be what you would want to hear? What do you want to hear?
Yeah, you go away.
No, that's not what the question. In the answer, you was wanting an answer. What was the question? Oh, yeah, I was. You was asking the question. You did ask the question. You are asking the question. There's a bunch of different words you can put in this place, but yeah.
I shower when I get dirty, Joe.
Stop saying you was. Start saying you were.
Oh, you all right? Thank you. See, now, hey, look here. Anybody that needs to learn English, proper etiquette, and all that stuff could come here. And Joe, AC1DD, could be our English teacher, man. See? You never know what you're gonna get here, man. You can't write this stuff. This is all real and live.
Say you were. Say it one time. I want to see if you could put those two words together.
And how do you want me to say the sentence?
You were. Say you were.
You were. You were.
Okay.
How's that? Or you want a sentence out of it too?
No, just repeat that. Get used to saying it. You were.
What about, can I say something like and are?
No, say you were instead of you was.
But don't forget about farty far. Farty far, too. You got to be able to say that right.
Well, he says that a lot. He says fighty for a lot. Like I got that there. I don't know why. You know what, Joe? We can help each other.
Farty far.
Say 44. 44.
You say 44. You were. Stop saying you was.
Maybe what?
You were. does is a violation.
It's a all right. And would you have to lay your hands flat on the table and crack them with a ruler?
Just say it. Come on, practice.
Good morning, Darren.
Good morning.
Party fire times, Darren.
Number 2.
Anyways.
Enough of that subject. It's time
I feel the love out here this morning.
To move along here. So, what's the timeline there? What's he got done on the house? Has he done anything else on his house?
Why can't these guys breathe?
He's gonna tear this week coming. He's going to tear the furnace out of that place, and we're gonna decide whether or not it just needs a real good thorough cleaning. And what's that word I was supposed to use? And we were in there about maybe 2 months ago and found that the A core was bad, and we were going to take it out one of these days. That doesn't seem right in a sentence.
The coil.
The reason why the A coil is bad is because they threw the outside condenser away. You have the evaporator on the inside. They threw the outside coil away, so it's useless to you. You don't have a matched unit. So I'm personally, after me inspecting it, I would just jerk it out of there. And I would put something else in there. I would not use that at all. What was in there was all electric. It was junk. It was a heat pump with electric heat. Nothing. I wouldn't keep it at all.
A heat pump with electric heat, all right. Yeah, I don't need none of that garbage like that.
He's very qualified. He inspected it. He inspected it. Doesn't he sound so official? He inspected it. No, I went in there and I inspected it, and I have determined he inspected it, guys. He's very official. AJ4MHZ.
There's Hardro, man. How you doing, buddy?
Okay, how about you?
I am doing all right, man. This is the first time I've had you come into the shack here as loud as you have.
You want to see
the band must be getting better for you this time of the year.
You want to see a goofy-looking guy?
Jason there. I forgot.
Or it might be the time of day. You're sounding really good, though. I got you about 15 over, man. What did you do, go out and buy a big amp?
You're right.
Well, it's working for you.
Hey, we just got 101.
That's not Hargrove.
It sounded like him, man. I was almost convinced, man. Doggone it anyhow. Thought I was talking to a long-time friend from way back when.
I can hardly ever hear Hargrove.
Well, I couldn't either. That's why I was really surprised. But it sounded like Hardro. Maybe they're from the same parts of the world.
Look up Hargrove.
All right, man.
Look up Hargrove on QRZ.
I don't know, man. I'm thinking that's Hardro right there, man. That sounds like him.
AJ4MHZ. Clear.
Darren can't hear. He can't hear. He can't breathe. He can't walk. He can't see. Darren, what can you do?
Not a whole lot, Joe, man. But you know what? What I can do is I can talk to all my friends, man.
You don't have it.
And we were going to talk about past, present, and future.
Hey, we're late. KB9 Montreal.
W09E.
And 9ROS.
I don't know. What's your call?
I think it's called K4NUG.
K4NUG. K4NUG.
That's the Tony therapy.
All right, now we're going to go back to our normal amateur use, man. We've entertained. They've came and worshiped the stars.
Darren, you're out of breath sitting there.
I'm going to see if I can hyperventilate real quick. Woo!
You're going to get high, Darren, if you keep
I know it, man. It works. I'm telling you.
Think about that a little bit.
We've fed the animals long enough.
But anyway, so
Just sitting there.
his knee's doing better. Ron's thinking about getting his knees done. We need to get him to come to over here where the real people live. Get out of that democratic communist state and come over here and live where people are free.
Did you see the Indiana congressman flash his weapon to the high school gun protesters?
Yeah.
That was beautiful.
That was. There you go. Look at there, boys. Got a bunch of dynamite on the other side. That's for throwing firecrackers into the crowd.
Darren, do you have hog jaws? Yeah, do you have hog jaws, Darren?
Yeah, sure do.
Is that why you have trouble breathing?
That might be, Joe.
Maybe you need to lose some weight.
Hey, can I ask you some questions, Joe?
Sure you can.
Will you answer them truthfully?
Oh, absolutely.
Do you like men?
What?
What?
What did you say? I didn't hear you.
I said, do you like men?
No.
All right. You love them?
No.
You don't like or love men?
No.
Oh, my. All right.
I love men.
I do too, man. I love my sons, and they're definitely men. I love them.
A real one.
I'm confused now, man. I don't
Evil in his heart.
think that because of my poor English that I said, "Are you in love with men?" I just said, "Do you love them?" You know, let me re-ask that statement so that way you can get proper content.
That's a comic book. You're reading a comic book.
All right, so if you're saying that love don't exist, then you don't love your family?
He's Ichabod.
No, you're reading a comic book. Stop reading comic books.
No, I'm asking you, man, a question. Do you love your family? I mean, that's not a comic book. That's a reality question. Do you love your family? You said you would answer the question, Joe. I'm waiting for an answer. I won't badger you over it. But however, from time to time, if you don't answer it today, I will ask that of you another time. Do you love your family?
Do you?
Do you love your family?
Oh, no, I'm asking you.
No, I asked if I could ask you some questions, and you said you would answer them truthfully, and you misunderstood the question that I was asking. I was asking this question specifically for a reason, but I figured that I'd tried to steer away from that narrative, but there's no way of me ever knowing that answer, I guess. All right.
You asked me a question, I answered it, and then it was my turn to ask you.
Okay, go ahead.
I just did. What's the answer?
What was the question? I'm sorry. I could not hear probably because I was talking.
I know. Girl. What's the
Because he was
answer?
doubling with you.
I was doubling with you.
What's the answer?
What was the question, sir?
You already have the question.
Anybody know what the question was?
I didn't hear it.
You didn't hear it either?
You've got Alzheimer's.
Well, that might be.
Is there anything anything working in your body? Anything? Your brain's not working.
There's another question.
You're 55 years old. You mean you've got old timers now already, Darren?
Wait a minute now. He asked me quite a few questions. He was supposed to say, you ask a question, and then I ask a question.
He's 55. He sounds like
You've got old timers then?
Now, it's my turn, Joe. Do you love your family? No? All right. That was a hard one for Joe. You know, as we sit around the table and we all confess our shortcomings and our strengths, you know, I love my family. My name's Darren, and I'm a sinner.
I love your family. My name's
I've had
Darren, I'm 20.
problems in the past, and through the help of others, man, and everybody in the circle here, even Joe, he has helped me overcome that there.
No, but both your families. I'm a sinner.
They are sinners. They are scum. And they're proud of it. And they are proud of it. Doesn't religion do great?
Joe's getting better, though. Have you noticed that he interjects more? He interjects more. He asks more questions. He's more attracted to the people that have realized that they're sinners, that have been overcome by the truth, and possibly will be delivered of their sinful ways. And he is attracted to that. I have noticed that very much about him. Just here not but a couple days ago, he was, I ain't gonna say bragging, but I think in a way, man, it was a testimony that late at night or early in the morning he was watching gospel TV. And that proves that he's getting closer, folks. We need to keep in the struggle of prayer, man.
Darren, Dr. Charles Stanley.
That's right. Go ahead.
If you ever get him to join you for church, I promise I'll drive down there and attend.
Hell yeah. Never know, man. You never know.
Hey, if he goes on reaches the cabin, Darren, like Darren stay at the house.
You know, curiosity caught the cat.
Being a scumbag. They're proud of it. They love it. And their religion gives them clearance. Their phony religion gives them clearance. Now, that's a perversion, right?
And I haven't heard his call sign in over an hour.
There you go. You're not the FCC, so shut up.
Uh-oh.
You're not the FCC, so shut up.
Now, wait a minute. We're speaking here in the circle. Those things are not permitted in the circle. This is sanctuary hour, man. This is sanctuary hour. It's high noon. WO9E.
KB6, 9D. Feeling the love.
Yeah, all
spreading
these
it likewise.
sinners out here, and they're proud of being sinners because their religion, they believe their religion wants them to be sinners.
No, it doesn't. It does. Let me clarify that. It wants us to be delivered of sin. It doesn't want us to be sinners. We were called. We didn't find. We were called. We were called out of our gray tombs of clay, of death and gloom. You know, clay, if you notice, man, a lot of times you'll find a lot of fossils and they're stuck in the miry clay to be encapsulated in clay. And sin can be that clay, man. We can be encapsulated in our sin. But one who gave all, man, he gave all, called me out of the miry clay. He called me out of it into life everlasting. And now I struggle with having, you know, 1 foot, 2 foot, waist, neck deep in clay sometimes. But my head is above the clay, man. And as long as I can look up and call on the wonderful name of Jesus, I have hope that the clay will release me, Joe. And one day I believe that for you.
That's why we mud wrestle, man.
You guys
It
are
reminds us
phony
That's right.
where we came from. That's why we like to mud wrestle, Joe. And the fact is, real fact, sin is to man as rotten as to apple.
For all this evil shit
Religion aside.
I need clearance, and I've
This is all true stuff, Darren.
converted religion and Christianity to something that
That's a shame that his mouth was running when he was talking. He was giving them good advice, good examples.
come mud wrestle with us so we can remind ourselves of that miry clay.
You phony Christian. You're disgusting.
He would have a ball, man.
Disgusting ass.
The first year that we put up the mud pit, man, we need to video it and send it to Grumpy Old Hams so that Joe could view the mud wrestling and see what happens spiritually during the mud wrestling. And I guarantee you, the following year he'll be there, man. He'll be there, man. He'll be like, we'll have to sing that song and say the phrase, "Come on in, though. The mud is warm."
But I found the Lord. You found the Lord. Oh, preacher. Congratulations.
You're going to come up out of the mud refreshed, Joe.
Oh, you see, I've never been in the mud. I've never been.
Oh, you're in the mud now.
You're in the mud as we speak, Joe. Can you turn your amp on?
Okay, you got to turn the amp on. You're in the mud right now. What are you talking about?
You live in the mud. See, I know. That's different.
You just talk in the mud. Okay, all right. Well, usually I've always often thought when a voice comes up out of the mud, that's usually because they're either under the mud, in the mud, but they're in the mud. Joe, you're deluded a little bit. I'm going to see if I can help you out a little bit. You're crying. You're a voice from the mud. Come out of her. Come out of her, old mud one. Come out of her.
Spreading the love. KX9D.
W9E. Was that Nimrod?
And it's just coming to terms with who you are. And I'm a racist. I'm all for the human race. And we're sinners. Embrace it.
Words spoken from one of the great ones.
Sean, buy some fingernail polish remover.
Didn't Scotty call him on that?
Yeah, I kind of agree with him on that one.
So Scotty, of all the people, man, he called O'Shawn on the fingernail polish.
He's the first one to drive me nuts out here, though, I'll have to admit. I can put up with Joe way longer than I can him.
Which one, Scotty?
Yeah.
Well, at least you can have a conversation, you know. Whether it be one you want or not, you know, I mean, it's like a box of chocolates every time.
A rotten box of chocolate.
Well, you know. Anyways, goodness. You know, there is a lot of truth to what he says, though. Jesus warned about the religion. He did. He says, you religious people, man, that have, you know, putting your own statutes in where you want them. Be warned of them. Be warned of the religions.
He was talking about the Pharisees there, pretty much.
Well, the lawgivers, you know, there's people, the lawgivers. There's only one law that matters, man. It's the commandments and the spiritual guidance of the Holy Spirit. And these man-written laws are the ones that we're supposed to be warned of. The law of the land was written for the worldly man, not for the saved. A saved man already knows the righteous walk.
Christ took all that away. That's why it pisses him off.
I know it. Law is made for the unrighteous, not for the righteous. The righteous walk in light.
Just like law keep honest people out of your stuff, but they don't people who are dishonest.
Wow. Yeah, man wants to get in, he's coming in.
I have to every day, brother.
A man that has nothing to lose can only win. That's what John did, a voice from the forest.
Yeah, you got the voice in the wilderness and the voice in the mud. Help me try to figure out which one's which.
Well, the one in the wilderness was, and then the one in the mud, you know, we know what the miry clay says, that we must be pulled forth from it. So I'd say the voice in the wilderness, hence, helps the one in the mud. Like I said, there's an attraction. There's an attraction to the voice in the wilderness.
I got an interesting one for you, not to change the subject, but I got an interesting subject for you to think about.
Go.
So instead of running open wire for coax, I mean open, just plain wired for your say if you're going to build your 600 ohm coax.
Yeah.
I mean 600 ohm feed line.
Right.
You guys are running RG213 and two lines of that. So there's no losses feeding up those noise, but just another thing on the loops to run the coax out there.
What are they running, mini?
No, RG213.
So 2 runs RG13, and it arrives at the tower at 600 ohms.
You're just using the center conductor.
If you said anything, my ID stomped on you.
Yeah, but wouldn't the shielding cause a problem with? Well, part of it depends on. It'd be very band orientated.
No. 2 runs of it, just from the back of the tuner through the wall. 2 runs of it through the wall, so it's shielded. You're not tying them together. You're not tying to nothing. You have the last inch or so of the connection going to the back of the tuner, and the same thing with out there at the antenna at the insulator on a loop, or dipole, or doublet, or whatever you're going to feed with the 600 ohm line. But again, you don't have the shield connected out there either. You just have that shield back, your center conductor connected on both sides, and there you go. And it wouldn't have to be brand new coax. With RG213, that polyethylene, it does not break down very readily.
So do you still have to space them at 4.5 inches?
4.5, 6 inches should probably be better at 6 inches. There'd be less. I'd just say put it whatever you want. But I mean, 6 inches is what this guy was doing, and it doesn't have to worry about it. It's just up there. But he's using the 213 to come through the walls so that he doesn't have to worry about running power through it. He doesn't have to worry about it touching anything. It's protected. The stuff around is more shielded. It's just running off the center conductor.
Mark, don't forget to send me that plan.
Yeah, I will. I'm a procrastinator. I'll get around to it.
Me too.
It's funny, this morning we got a cat. He was born to a feral mother, so he's real leery about people. He's real friendly with me, and I play with him every day. But I got over there on the couch, and I usually don't sit on the couch with my legs up over there. And I was all sprawled out on the reclining couch, and I woke up and he was sitting there on my lap, watching me, smelling my cooling wrap. Kind of funny. He's 3 years old. Great cat, though. 36 inches long from the tip of his nose to the end of his tail, and he only weighs 11 pounds.
I wish they could keep a cat.
Gary Davis in his side courts, they had a problem with keeping cats.
What was their excuse?
Well, hopefully not the same excuse you got.
Mine's, they just disappear and die.
Well, they definitely had a different kind of excuse. Those had internal bleeding.
Oh, they're playing kick the cat.
No, worse than that.
Huh. They feed him antifreeze or broken glass and tuna?
No, nothing to do with that there. Some immorality.
Oh, bestiality.
Yeah, he had a burial spot in the back of his yard. There was a brown patch. It actually looked like a garden almost, but each one of them had a little stake in it and a tail.
Well, that's some sick shit.
Oh yeah. And he was an author of I ain't gonna say a published book, but he was an author of a book that he wrote. And he was in protest against he had a problem with genitalia of the male organ.
Well, I guess when it comes to getting pussy, there's more than one way to skin the cat over.
Well, he took that literal.
I'd say.
And guess who he was real good friends with?
I'm afraid to.
He was within our presence today, man, giving us all kinds of advice.
Ooh.
And this guy helped him out, man. He helped him out and the rest of the amateur radio community. He gave him advice on how to handle his licensing situation with the FCC. And now Gary's no longer with us.